everybody, it's Debbie. You're at your home, your happy place. I'm a former interior decorator, home stager, realtor, and I love decorating. I love, more than that though, helping people who don't have the confidence to decorate, or just inspiring some new ideas, maybe working with something that you have. Because sometimes I hear you guys tell me, oh, I had that. Now I'm going to go dig it out and I'm going to do that. That sounds great. I love hearing your stories. I truly do. If you're new, I hope you decide to stay with us, and I'll see you in the comments below if you will. And I hope that by the time you're done, you'll decide to subscribe. And everybody, unless you hate this, would you please give me a thumbs up? We're in the dining room again. Oh, and at the end, I'm going to show you this outfit. I'm telling you what, it's my favorite one from my daughter's store I got last week. I think she still has some of the pieces left, but I'm just going to tell you about them anyway. Anyway, I'm so excited. We are going to do the dining room table today. We did the mantle. There you go. If you missed it, check it out. I took a leaf out and I put it down for a seating of 8 instead of 10. So we still have plenty of room for 3 chairs on either side and our ends. And here's some of the things we're going to be looking to do. For me, this is one of the most neutral tables I've ever done, ever. And I will say this. You look up there and it's kind of a lighter, a golden, and then the green is pretty predominant up there, which is not what I wanted, but it ended up happening and I like it. There's zero green in here, but I still think it looks good. You know what? I've got green over there. There's green in the wallpaper, and who knows what I'll bring in over here. And I think it'll just tie the whole room together. Let's start with my table runner. This table runner has some beautiful French writing on it and those little stamps, and then, you know, all the little elements of fall, acorns and pine cones and leaves. It's beautiful. It's on both sides. This was one of those that I bought at Home Goods years ago, or TJ Maxx. And it is about the length of the table, so it won't hang over. So I thought about doing a tablecloth, but I love the element of wood at this time of year. And one of my commenters on another Tablescape, it was for the fall kitchen, said, I really have a problem with utensils that aren't on a placemat. And I said, duly noted. It's not that I'm doing this because she said that, because I don't have a problem with it, but it made me think that let me dig around and see if I have something. I don't have very many fall placemats. These are really old. I have no idea. I would assume, no, I have no idea where they're from. I even cut tags off of them. But years ago, I did all the holidays, and we would have 25 to 28 people for Thanksgiving, for Christmas Eve, and for Christmas Day. And so I had a lot of stuff for entertaining. So anyway, they're beautiful. They are old, like I said. Some of them are not in the best condition, but I do love the color. And one of the colors that is not in here at all right now is that burgundy or cranberry, and I just love it. I don't know, it kind of looks busy right now. I'm just telling you, when it's all said and done, I think it's going to look good. I went back and forth on the charger. I ended up picking this one, kind of to my disappointment. I don't know where the rest of them are. So I can almost bet this was a Pier 1 purchase years ago. I did buy something else from Amazon. I want you to see the difference. If you're looking for something, it works. I'm using them, but this is not anywhere near the look that I love. But once the plates are on it, it's not real noticeable. Finally, I get to show you these. If you missed these, they're gone. In fact, I bought solid plates this week and they only had 7. So if anybody, I'm going to show you those in a minute, but aren't those gorgeous? So what did they have? They had the plate and they're scalloped, which I love, and the edge is beautiful. This is Kirklands. They had the plate, the salad plate, a bowl, and coffee cups, no saucers. And a platter and a gravy boat, which I showed you. I bought the gravy boat. So next I'm going to layer a 100% chocolate colored napkin. These are the hem stitched ones. And these are in the marketplace area at Hobby Lobby. Mine should be pressed, but I don't have time for that today. So I'm just going to fold them over. I'm making a long fold, and I am going over my pretty pumpkins, but you still get to see the pattern. Okay, so I think the brown, chocolate brown, really starts to quiet down what could be just too much. And by the time I put a centerpiece on, everything gets really muted down. I should have shown you this before I put the napkin on, but you can see, and you can't really, I want you to see these side by side. You can't, it's not super distracting to know that I've got 2 different chargers down, but it is such a beautiful plate. And having a dark, so I tried different chargers, having a dark charger behind it allows for you to really see the scallop stand out, not to mention it makes the entire print pop. And here's our darling little beautiful salad plates, which I am in need of one more. If anybody has a Kirklands nearby and they happen to go in and see one salad plate, they're on sale. I think they're like $5.99 right now, $4.99, one of the two. I would really appreciate you buying it and then DMing me. Now, I only need one person to do that, though, so I guess this could get out of control. But the chances of you finding it are slim to none. So, and we could always return them, right? So anyway, I'm going to pop these out. So I was looking at probably going to go with gold silverware, but you know, I just kept thinking I'm going for a I want this to be sort of cottage casual, country casual. That's what I feel. When I see scallops, I don't think formal. When I see a wicker charger, I don't think formal. And so I'm really looking for that casual feel. So it just didn't feel right. And I usually reserve these for Christmas, but I have this set here. I'm trying to show. Well, here it is. Put it down. So they have that cranberry. If you look, if I'll put one up here, they're going to bring that cranberry out. They do have a little bit of gold, and then they're actually silver at the top. So I am going to put out all of that flatware and play up that cranberry just a tad. So while I call this a very neutral, and for me, this is neutral, neutral tablescape, I really do love that I'm getting to bring in this deep color that's just barely picking up the berries in here. And I wish I could bring it in candles, and I bought some candles that match. I just couldn't find the appropriate. I would have liked to have had them in some little lanterns, I suppose. And again, we're at the end of the budget, and that's not going to happen. So when I do the centerpiece, I think you'll see that it looks lovely, but it could have used just a little hint of the berry in it. Okay, I think let's go ahead and put out the goblets. I am going with my copper. Now, what else could I have used? If I had it, I definitely would have brought in a cranberry tinted vintage style goblet. Perhaps I could have gone green to draw that green in, but I do not think it would have really looked, I would have turned it into Christmas down here, in my opinion, because of these. So I could definitely just do plain, a vintage style, plain clear glass, but I don't have that. I have like Waterford, which is very formal looking. And to me, this reminds me, even though it's a goblet, it reminds me of a pub. So to me, that makes it much more casual. And I'm liking how that's going to work out. So there it is with our goblets. And next, I'm going to start with my centerpiece. So I'm not sure. I have a feeling I bought this after my haul. Again, this is pretty much a Kirklands table, I have to say. The things that are new on my tablescape are Kirklands this year. I fell in love with these, and they came in, I think, 3 colors. By the time I went back, because I looked for, I think I was looking for one in the spice color, and I don't remember what it was, but they couldn't find it. And this was really early September. Kirkland's sold out of a lot of their stuff quickly. Now they still have a few of these left if you're interested. I don't know if you can buy them online or not, but okay, so I did that, and it was like, okay. And yes, I could put wood in there and everything, but I really don't think I need it because I have the wood on the table and all of this dark wood from the rattan, so I'm leaving that. I do have these, and I thought bringing a nice clear glass lantern in here, low profile, candle's already in it, so I can't do a thing about that. It's fine. It's a nice creamy color. And then I added this, looks like just, something. I'm gonna have to use 2 hands to do it, but it looks like I cut a garland, and it is gonna bring just the slightest touch of green, not much though, to the table. Okay, I just randomly placed, that was super simple, you saw. I just stretched this little one piece of garland, which again, I'm keeping it super simple, low profile, very country, and very, I don't know, it's just not overdone. I have done this before, and I've had tons and tons of stuff, and yet it fills it up. And these sweet little velvet pumpkins bought by the bag. They also come with an orange one, but I chose not to put it on here because there's just really not a lot of orange on this table. Okay, and last, before we do a complete reveal, these little guys. So I was originally going to try these ceramic pumpkins I had about the same size that I bought at Kirkland's last year. But I didn't have enough, and they weren't selling them this year. So these are still available in mass quantities. They come 3 in a box at Hobby Lobby, and they are really inexpensive. I was looking for something. I mean, I even looked, they had acorns. Not that I had any acorns on the table, but it would have been fine. Again, they were just too pricey, even though they were 50% off, which is what Hobby Lobby's and Kirkland's decor is at the moment. So I just decided, let's pop a little, and I'll just go every other or something on here with the color. Let's pop these little pumpkins in. I love the fact that they, again, we're bringing in more of a casual look with this wicker, and it's easy to take this one little thing off your plate, and you've got a salad plate and your napkins ready for your lap. Okay, I'm gonna back up really quick. I know you're not gonna be able to get the detail, but if you're interested in this outfit, I'm gonna tell you it's stretch, it's comfortable. I think it's a reasonable price. And she may be out of these already. I think she still has the pants, but just even the idea you could be looking for. So I'll talk about this first. This is from my daughter's store when I said she. My daughter's store is called Shop Closet Chic Boutique.com, and I always have a link for it. And if it's your first time using, it's DOVIE, Dovey 10, and you'll get 10% off that order. She ships all over the US. And so anyway, this is just a really pretty gold button, really pretty. This is completely lined, but not hot. And it has a little peplum to it, very fitted and adorable. It has flaps, false. And then the pant is really it's a jean. It's not a blue jean, but let me tilt this down. It has a belt loop. It's not a button, it's a little hook thing, zipper front. You have a beautiful seam here and a rear pocket. And they're not super long. I'm wearing them with flats. And I'm 5'4" 3/4", unless I've shrunk. Anyway, okay, enough about the outfit. I just think she's getting new stuff in all the time, and Christmas is already arriving, so that stuff really flies if you're interested in her things. I just love it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. I love this Tablescape, and here you can see both things together. I do not think, like, someone might say, oh gosh, those don't go together at all. Well, they are not blending. Like, that's standing on its own and this is standing on its own, but they're not competing. When I come in here, my eye is actually drawn down to this warmth, and then up there, I look up and it's just a different feeling, and who knows what's gonna happen in the other room, which is the piano room. It's completely open to this room. I hope you've been enjoying my fall decor series. I have a playlist. Actually, I have 2 fall playlists. One is all the fall I've ever done, and the other one is just for this year in case you've missed anything that's been out. And in doing that, if you look at those, you might be able to find some things that are brand new in the store still that are highly discounted right now. And we are headed out to the screen porch in my next video. I've already filmed it. It was an absolutely gorgeous morning, 60 degrees. I was in a cuddly, cozy sweatshirt for fall, and I just enjoyed filming that. So I hope you come back for that. Please don't forget to give me a like. I'll link everything I can below. I cannot link Kirklands. And what I can tell you about almost all the Kirklands that I have here is it's not available online anymore. So you probably have to go to your Kirklands. And I know there's at least one of you that tells me all the time you don't have a Kirklands by you. However, there are times at the beginning of the season, so I'm just telling, this is just for you. If you're interested in seeing what their Christmas stuff is, look at it now and order it while it's still available online. Because if you don't have a store and it starts selling, it soon is out of stock online. All right, you guys, I love you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I'll see you on Sunday. Mwah!